My name is Ralph Anderson. I was born in 1936. Here we are in 2026, a long time ago. This has to do with really some of the things I've been thinking about the last 12 months or so, and what this country has been going through, both internationally and here at home. And some of the things that have been going on, I have a strong belief that our founders and other people along the way might have some questions or troubles with. And the recognition that the Constitution needs to be taken fairly literally, and any change in constitutional language ought to be done by not just the majority, but we're talking maybe a supermajority. So I'm going to attempt to recite a speech, a short speech from a pretty well-known guy, and I may have to refer to some notes, or actually a copy of it. I encourage you to maybe do your own, and maybe send that out to people you know and express the same kinds of things. And here's the speech. 77 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us the living rather to be here dedicated to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. Abraham Lincoln, November 19th, 1863, Gettysburg,